Welcome back to the off-grid prepper cabin here in rural West Tennessee. It is about 65, 70 degrees right now. Beautiful day. It rained a ton, so it's gonna be a little muddy, but today's project is to get started on the deck. So I have a 6-foot deck that's gonna come out from the side of the cabin with an 8-foot roof that is gonna come out as well. And so we're gonna be digging around in the mud today, hopefully get the 6x6 posts in the ground and concreted in, also the framing around that, the deck joists, and maybe even the deck itself on top, but not the roof. So we'll see what we get done today, but it's gonna be a great day either way. I'm glad for my dad to be here to help me with it. And yeah, let's get rolling. All right, I'm going to pick up these old OSB boards that have essentially kept things from getting as muddy as they could be. I've spent a lot of time digging this corner out. We'll see how well I did, but we are going to get the posts in. One over here, one over here. This is just big enough to have 2 chairs and maybe a little table right here by the electrical outlet, and then a good place to step up on and leave shoes and make sure that the inside of the cabin doesn't get disgusting. We've got our 6x6 posts. We've got pressure treated everything. 2x6s, which will be the floor joists. I got more in my truck back there, and the sun kind of went away, didn't it? So it should remain relatively cool. It's going to change the whole look of this side of the cabin. Let's get to work. So as you can probably see, there is about a 1/4 inch of topsoil and it is straight clay. So this is going to be hard digging. But we'll see what we can do and how deep we can go. It's gonna be brutal. All right, we've got the approximate layout of the deck. Again, it's 6 feet deep by 10 feet wide. And this is the outside corner. We have to add 1.5 inches for the board on the outside of it, 1.5 inches this way. And then the 6x6 goes right in the middle. So that tells us pretty much where to start digging our holes. All right, it's a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. This is a little tributary, we'll say, a little mini creek that goes down to the actual stream on the property. Worked out really well, I think. Come on! right, we got a lot done today. We got the 2 6x6 posts in. We got 360 pounds of concrete, something like that in, and we got the frame done. So tomorrow I'm going to come in, run the floor joists, and put the 2x6s on top, and the bottom part of this will be done. We'll do the roof in a future episode, but I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to tomorrow morning. All right, welcome back to the next morning. Let's get after it. Well, for the first time since I started the cabin build, I actually bought the exact amount of materials that I needed, which is great. I've got all of the floor joists cut and laid out. I'm going to tack them in with screws, and then I'm going to hang them all with joist hangers. Probably way overkill, but it's going to give a clean look to the front here, so I'm not having to drill in through that. And I'm going to put some more of these concrete blocks underneath just to give it additional support, so it's not all just hanging from the 2 posts. So I don't know why I'm scared to sit on these joists. They each have 2 screws and 8 nails in them, so they're not going anywhere. All right, I got all of the joist hangers in place, and I got a few support stuff underneath it. As you can see, everything is nice and tight. All right, the final part to the bottom part of the deck is to actually put the deck boards on, which are just pressure treated 2x6s. And this is exactly 10 feet long. So in theory, I shouldn't have to do any cutting. Should be able to just put everything down and secure it with the screws. All right, I was about to start on that end, but I'm actually going to start right here and see if I need to rip a board, because I know it's not going to be exactly correct. I'm going to do that last one against the cabin so that it looks really great from the front end. But one of the things that I realized as I was measuring to cut around these posts is I need to put another little plate up against the post to give something for the board to rest on, so it's not just floating in the air right there. I feel like it's always these little details that you don't think about that take the most time. On the other side, I have one of the joists actually secured into it, so that side's not an issue. But I need to get a little block for over here. All right, got all 4 at an angle here. Hopefully I can get them down in there. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Oh, come on now. Oh my goodness. It looks perfect. Look at those corners. Oh, look at the corner. I mean, that's about as good as it's gonna get, in my opinion. All right, this first piece was what I was most nervous about because of these corners, but I think I got it as good as a pastor who doesn't know what he's doing can do. All right, I got the first 2 deck boards in place, and overall they went in very well. And these were the only 2 that I needed to cut around for the posts. So the rest, I'm just gonna line up on one end. They're 10 feet across, and I can just put them in place and start installing them. I am pre-drilling the holes. I feel like it's just so much easier just to shoot the screws down in when I pre-drill, and it takes like maybe 45 seconds per board. So it's coming along, leaving a little gap for expansion. Other than that, should be pretty straightforward. Okay, well, made one mistake. I need to wedge the last piece in, but I can't because the bottom of the door frame is getting in the way of me angling it down in. So I'm probably gonna have to take off the second to last piece, get the last one in, and then put it back, I think. Hot diggity dog! That's a wrap on the bottom part of the deck. In the next episode, I'll probably be installing the roof. Overall, I'm very pleased. It went pretty good. A lot slower than I thought it was gonna be. It wasn't hard, just took a lot of time. But I think it looks amazing. And the deck is probably the project that I've been most pleased with, and here's why. Having a completely flat space to stand on and to sit on while outside is a complete game changer in my mind. When we put the subfloor down for the cabin, I thought the exact same thing. Like, finally, like somewhere clean that I can stand on and somewhere that's actually flat. And so I imagine myself drinking a lot of hot chocolate and coffee right here on the deck, with a couple of chairs, maybe me and the missus watching the sunset. It's gonna be great. This also means I'm not stepping up 1.5 feet to get into the cabin and tracking mud in at the same time. So overall, things went very well. I'm really pleased, especially with the corners that I did and getting it all done. It was pretty plumb and straight, so that's good too. Maybe I'm finally learning something along this journey. In fact, that's the name of the channel, right? A Pastor's Progress. We're all in progress, hopefully. So that's it for today's episode. God bless you. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're interested in following along the completion of the off-grid cabin, my bug-out cabin. I'm excited about all my survival things that I'm going to be doing inside and prepping. It's going to be amazing. Again, like and subscribe. And remember, God's creation is meant to be explored.